No, it's all right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Simply Cyber Live from Wild West Hackin Fest with the Black Hills Gang. I'm joined today by my two wonderful guests who probably look quite familiar to you. We've got Jason Blanchard and Deb Wigley, aka Deb the Deb, and Banjo Crashland. Guys, how
Hello.
are you? Looks like we might lose this background in a minute, too.
Oh, is it like falling?
It's starting to fall. I'm going to
Oh,
fix
wow.
it.
No, it makes sense.
No,
It would be fun to have it
that's
fall.
great.
Okay.
Hey,
It would make sense.
Very good. So, yeah, you guys want to say what's up?
hey, everybody. Welcome to. Oh no, this is your show.
This is my show.
Oh wow,
You can't turn it off.
I am so used to
can't turn it off.
being the host. I'm not used to being
That's
a
how I
guest.
find out you appropriate my show.
And Deb, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you very much.
Are you just gonna keep holding the mic like that?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna hold it right there.
Okay.
All right, awesome. Well, guys, I wanted to do something kind of fun. I didn't know what we were going to be doing on today's show, but I knew I wanted to do it from Wild West Hackin Fest. Deb and Jason were the first two people that I saw. They were at the airport waiting to greet people. If you saw the Twitter post, you know that they did Airport Con, which was wicked cool. There were coloring books, candy bars, just really, really warm welcoming, which is so on brand for Black Hills Information Security. Then we took the shuttle, just a short 1 hour drive to Deadwood, got a tour around town, got into the hotel, and the conference has been amazing. So I want to do kind of a fun stream, guys. If you have any questions, just throw them up on screen the way you always do with the queue. We'll ask them as whatever questions you want, AMA, although they do reserve the right to decline.
I'm not answering. You can answer it.
Yeah.
You can ask it.
Yeah. So I'll throw it as an immediate one. How challenging is it to plan a conference that is in Deadwood, South Dakota?
So we are part of the Black Hills team, which is a part of the Wild West Hackin Fest team. So the Wild West Hackin Fest team is its own team. So we have a small role to play on the Wild West Hackin Fest team, but we get to watch the whole thing.
And there goes the
that
keep going.
was awesome. So we get to watch the whole thing happen, and I just want to let everyone know that throwing a conference in Deadwood, South Dakota is not easy due to the sparse resources. But it's awesome.
Yeah, it's worth it. And the people that come here want to be here. It's not easy to get here. Like Gerry said, it's an hour drive away from the airport, but that's what makes it so awesome. When you finally get here, you're surrounded by people who really, really want to be here. And yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as a person who has never been to Deadwood before, I do have to tell you, if you get a chance to come out here, obviously the conference is fantastic. The facilities and the logistical coordination is excellent. So as an attendee, it's very nice. But the city of Deadwood is clearly set up for tourism. It's very safe. It's very clean.
Yes.
There's tons to do as far as activities. And I've met a couple of the locals. They are incredibly kind and forthcoming. So great location. I know, John happens to live around the corner, so that's why the location. But just an excellent choice all around.
Yeah. So the thing about Deadwood is when I get here, it feels like it wasn't 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's just this awesome place, and it's magical. You're in South Dakota where the sun is too bright. I just want to let everyone know the sun is slightly too bright.
Oh, I have a question. Why are the Black Hills black? Is it because of the sun, Jason, or is it because of something different?
I believe that the Black Hills are black due to the sun, and it casts like a shadow onto the hills, and it makes them look black. But thanks for asking. We're taking over Gerry's show.
No, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I love it. Keep going. There was a reason I selected you two as my guest today.
Yeah. So we're used to bantering, banter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple of questions coming in from chat right now. I'll be, because they are such seasoned hosts, I'll be more of a producer than an actual guest host today. But Alana wants to know, she's not a hacker, would she get value out of Wild West Hackin Fest?
That's a great question.
Yeah. So I'm not a hacker either. So neither's Deb. There's a lot of people here that are in information security, of course. That's why people come here. But it's more of a welcome to the community. This is a community effort. The people who are here, like Deb said, you wanted to be here because you wanted to be with people who like to share their knowledge. You wanted to be around people who want hands-on training. There's so much stuff to do here. I was talking to someone earlier that we overload activities so that you're never bored. You'll say, I didn't get a chance to do this, or this, but you'll never say, I had nothing to do.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, there's also like the lockpick village. So if you're not into security, you can still like practice picking locks. There's the doors, the hall of doors, and we're practicing
wanna
like
talk about
breaking
that for
into
a second.
doors. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll share a picture on social media with y'all, but if you've ever been to any conference, you know that there's almost always a lockpick village, and that's a fun, like, hands-on physical activity. I've never seen anything quite like this in my life here at Black Hills, or at Wild West Hackin Fest, but they literally have like 7 or 8 doors in the lobby, and each door is protected by a different physical security means. So there's swipe badge, there's latch deadbolt, there's all sorts of things, and you have to pick each door, and it's very cool. It's like lockpicking village plus.
Yeah, so there's, if you've ever picked a lock, there's some satisfaction that comes from it unlocking. But there's even more satisfaction when it unlocks and then you open the physical door.
The door in the escape room.
Oh, yeah, we have an escape room. So we did the practice. Are you going to do the escape room, Jerry?
I will give it a shot. I thought that's what the doors were, but I didn't realize there was an escape room.
No,
Yeah, I'm in.
We have an escape room, and so you go in there, and it is run by an escape room aficionado master who has just put together one heck of a cryptological mix with like physical escape room stuff. And why are we talking about this is because when hackers and information security professionals get together, we come up with things to challenge ourselves and challenge our brains, and it's just fun, and you get to do it with someone else. Like, this is a very community effort.
Oh, and there's a bull that you can ride too.
Oh,
there's a bull.
There's
a bull.
That will be later today, isn't it?
Yeah.
As part of an activity.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Another amazing thing that you won't get at any other conference that I know of is it feels like totally on brand for Black Hills is that they are trying not to make money, right? so there's a steak dinner for everybody
yeah.
tonight, and there's activities and festivities, and everything is going on tonight. And not to push FOMO on those who couldn't make it this year, but everything is within 5 minutes of everything else. Like, if you've ever gone to DEF CON and you're like, you walk into a talk and you immediately regret it. You're like, well, it's going to take me an hour and a half to get anywhere else, so I might as well sit through this talk that stinks. Like, it's 5 minutes to anywhere to do anything. Like, I literally was in the other side, like 5 minutes before this stream started and came running over here.
Yeah,
so
same for me.
Fantastic.
Same for us.
Yeah. So, are you going to do the mechanical bull, Gerry?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I was not going to. No, it's not my speed. It's not my speed.
It's no one's speed.
Okay.
No one wants to do it, but everybody does
You
it.
did it,
I
right?
did it. I did it in Reno last year. It was like 6 seconds, and I was in the map.
Okay, I might. I don't know. I will tell you
Positive
that
peer pressure.
we have a community member, Joel Belton, who happens to be here.
Oh, Joel, yeah.
Joel.
Joel, we
you
met him.
Joel. All right, so there you
Joel's
go.
fantastic.
Joel's a great guy.
Yeah.
Joel has already told me over breakfast today about his aspirations to just crush the bull riding. So I thought my efforts might be better spent cheering him on.
Sure, but then he can cheer you on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I made the mistake so last year I rode the bull, but I filmed myself riding the bull. So there's, my camera, and I'm doing this, but there's never a moment you see the bull in the video footage. It's just me doing this. And then I put it on the internet, and immediately my wife was like, "What are you doing?" Because she wasn't at the event. She just saw it on Twitter.
So we just got a $5 super chat from Justin Gold for me to do the bull riding.
Oh.
So now I have to do it. Thank you, Justin Gold.
Thanks, Justin.
Appreciate the support.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. We got a couple more questions coming in from chat here. Oh, now people want me to live stream me.
Oh.
I knew this is where this is going to go.
Yes.
Ben wants to
Yes.
ask kind of a big picture question. What is the purpose of Wild West Hackin Fest?
That's a great question.
So there's a legend of Wild West Hackin Fest. We believe it's two things. One, John wanted a con. Like, you saw Dave doing it, and this is just me conjecture. This is me.
Dave Kennedy of
Dave Kennedy from
DerbyCon.
DerbyCon, Trusted Sec. So he had DerbyCon, and there was this desire to have something here. Now, the legend goes that John and his wife were discussing this, and John's like, "I don't think anyone would come," and she's like, "I think they will." And so there was a bet that if we threw a con, if Black Hills threw a con in Deadwood, that people would show up, and I believe Erica is one.
Erica has one.
Yes,
Well,
because
this is what, number 5 in person?
5, 6,
Yeah, so the first one was 150, but the fact that 150 people came to the middle of nowhere, South Dakota was a sign that they had something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely good. I love it. Carrie,
The
But
purpose.
the purpose,
The
yeah.
purpose.
But the purpose.
The purpose is for the community to come together and share knowledge. Like that is that's where John Strand comes from, is sharing knowledge, teaching people. And so he wanted this to be the most hands-on conference where there's just nothing but labs. The doors thing,
Yeah.
like that's a part of the hands-on process. People get up, share their knowledge, speak to each other. But when you're in Deadwood, like you said, like you're here. The whole town right now is Wild West Hackin Fest.
Yeah.
So if you see almost anyone in town, most likely they're a part of this conference, and so you can immediately strike up a conversation and meet someone new.
I agree.
Thank you.
All right. So Carrie's got a question. Thanks, Carrie. Appreciate it. He's new to cyber. He has Ubuntu on his old machine. How can he use his limited skills to break into cyber? So a little bit more of a career-based question. I'm happy to take that one.
I'll let you, and then I'll add on.
Yeah, so Carrie, doing Ubuntu is good. I would definitely get like a Linux 101 course, perhaps through TCM Academy, so you can actually take that operating system, but then learn it in a structured way on how to navigate it, how to do troubleshooting on it, and how ultimately to get comfortable in that space. Then you could take on a Kali Linux box and not have to worry about the underlying operating system and handling it that way, but really focus on the tool set and how you can actually do labs and operationalize the hacking part of the Kali box. That's what I would do with that.
One other thing too is like if you do a search for Ubuntu in like a job hunting, like LinkedIn, Glassdoor, Monster, if you do a search for Ubuntu, you'll see how many jobs are actually looking for that, and then see what else they want. So if you just add in that keyword, you'll see 147,000 job, like, or whatever. And then start looking through the descriptions and see what else you need to learn to break into cyber.
Yeah, that's a really great point, Jason. And just I don't know why I forgot about this, but if you guys haven't been watching, and you should plug it in a second. Jason runs. Is it a constant live stream?
It's on hiatus at the moment, but the recordings still exist.
Yeah. So I guess Jason, can you tell us, like, Jason does this really great service to the community for people looking to job hunt and break into the industry, similar to what Simply Cyber does in many ways. Jason, can you tell us a little bit about it, because I think it's huge value to the community.
Yeah, sure. In March of 2020, just decided to do a job hunting live stream where I would hunt for jobs live for the attendees or the people who are watching. So they would say, I'm looking for this type of job in this place. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And so we'd go through the 5 steps, and the 5 steps were find a job to apply for. And there's that whole like, duh. No, there's like a lot of different strategies you can do to find the job. And one of my favorites is find the company you want to work for and then just see what jobs are available. Because a lot of times what people do is they do a search for what's available and then they go work at whatever company. And you can flip that around and say, I want to work at this company, and then start networking with people at that company to meet recruiters at that company, to introduce yourself to people who work at that company, and then find yourself working at that company. So that's step 1. Step 2 is to create a custom tailored resume. And so what most people do is they create one resume and they put it everywhere. And what is better is to take the job description and align your skills on a custom tailored resume to the job description, so that way the person who's reading it doesn't have to like try to decipher or discern if like the things you need to know are actually in your resume. You're like, no, you need this, I got this. You need this, I got this. You need this, I got this. Third is you apply at the company's website, not at Indeed, LinkedIn, Monster, Glassdoor, whatever. You apply at the company's website. Because once you do that, you get into their HR management system. It's a whole lot better for you in the long run. And then what's cool is you start doing recon at the company's website. You look at their board of directors, you look at their news, where they have like recent, what do you call it?
Like recent wins or acquisitions?
Yeah, wins, any PR. If they put out like a press release. And in every press release, they list a quote from someone who works at the company. And then you just take that name, you drop it in LinkedIn, you're like, oh, there you are. I found you. And then you use that to start tracking down the people who work at the company, so you can introduce yourself to those people. Step number 4 is to find the hiring managers, the people who work at that company, to introduce yourself to. And this is the scary part for people who are like, I don't want to like introduce myself. But it's not hard. You just say, hi, I'm a person who's applying for a job, because you already applied for the job, and so now you're just saying I applied for the job. And step number 5 is to keep track of all the information that you're creating, is because it's real easy to I have applied to countless jobs. Please don't let it be countless jobs. Like, it's been 47 jobs. Because if it's countless jobs, then you don't know how many you've done, you don't know where you've gone, you don't know who you talked to, you don't know where you submitted to, and then all of a sudden you're like, I don't. Because there's people who are like, I've been applying for months. You're like, and did you get any kind of response? Like, oh, well, yeah. So yeah, that's the 5 steps, and I just took up a whole lot of time.
No, it's good. And, Ben says here he was just watching it the other day. It's so good. So definitely appreciate that. I know other people in the community, Jason, have mentioned how good it is. And
Tom Pike's here?
You're out there at the con.
Tom, you're at the con.
Tom Pike,
Yeah.
strong community member,
Yeah.
going possibly for steaks tomorrow night with
Nice.
Tom Pike.
He was at the airport and he did not come over and say hi to us. I'd just like to say that.
Oh, wow. Burn Tom Pike on
And
live
then he came
stream.
up and I was like, "You're at the airport, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, Tom Pike." I'm like, "Tom Pike." That's all. Hi, Tom.
Also, someone said they read my book, so thank you.
Very nice. Oh, yeah. What is your book again?
It's called I Am Whale Man.
I Am Whale. I knew it was whale related. Yes.
He is not a whale enthusiast, though.
Carrie asks, and it's a good segue for another initiative that Black Hills does. Carrie says he took John's class and his mind melted. Just wondering what he could do to make that better. Obviously, John has what's the fundamentals class? The one before SOC core skills.
So there's
Sock is the first one.
SOC is first, getting started in security. And it sounds weird, right? Like getting
Yeah.
started, we should probably change that.
Yeah.
But SOC is first, SOC core skills,
Yep.
and then getting started in security. And then he has his most fun class, the active. Oh, hey, it's a John.
John Strand in the house.
Yeah, we're on a live stream. Don't say anything strange.
Gerry from Simply Cyber.
That actually looks fantastic.
Right?
Yeah.
John, we're just talking about your class.
What
That
time
looks
about your class?
really, really good.
Yeah.
The question right now is, last time I attempted to take a John Strand class and had a mental meltdown. Just wondering what I could take that would make it better.
Meth.
Well, did you need something, John? Are you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Meth. It's South Dakota. Meth. We're on it. No, I just came back here to see what you guys are all up to and how things are going, how the life. What is it? Is it Wednesday?
I don't know what day it is.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday all day.
Do we do live streams on these days?
This is
This is
Gerry. This isn't us. We're
this is simply
we're
Cyber.
guests. We're
I'm afraid
guests.
I'm like missing something.
No,
here.
but you're more
I
than
am. I'm missing Simply Cyber, but I'm
Yeah.
just happy to be on here.
We're the guests.
So
Yeah, we're not used
No,
to being
Jason and Deb are the guests.
Oh,
that's awesome. Well, I'm gonna let you guys do your thing since I gate crashed it.
No.
Welcome to Wild West Hackin Fest, everybody. All
thank
right.
you very much, John. Good to see you. Surprise shout out to John there.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
Huh.
Bye, John.
If you say his name 3 times in a mirror like we are right now, he appears.
Just talking about him.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Oh my God, that's so good. Yeah, so John offers 3 pay what you can classes. They are available through anti-siphon training and SOC core skills, getting started, and then
Yeah.
active
And
defense
active
and
defense.
cyber deception.
And you took that.
I did take that.
Yeah.
There's actually a video on Simply Cyber of my retrospective on the full 16 hours of coursework that I did.
Yeah.
So you can consolidate it in 30 minutes. The TLDR is it's excellent.
Yeah, it's what Home Alone.
Yeah, it's the Home Alone edition of building out your computer network.
It really is.
Yeah.
We have another question here. Brady McNulty asks, is Wild West Hackin Fest doing any live streams or talks or anything?
We only did one. It was the walkthrough of the Flash CTF that we released on Monday. So we did a Flash CTF. 500 people registered. They went through all the challenges. And then we did a walkthrough Wednesday from Wild West Hackin Fest through the live stream. And Serena did that. So Serena goes by She Networks on the internet. We're not live streaming anything else. We are, if you bought a virtual ticket, then you can watch all the talks. And then all of the talks will eventually be released slowly over the period of time of the next 5 months or so.
I thought you were gonna say years.
5 years. Oh, the next 5 years.
Next 5 years.
You
Just be
take the next
patient.
question.
Be patient.
I love it.
If I can answer the next question, I will.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Jason and Deb, you guys probably recognize them because they do a lot of, PR and front-facing stuff for Black Hills. And there is the Rekka comics. There is the Prompt Zine. Yes, the Bears. Many initiatives. Anti-Siphon kind of came out of nowhere. Wild West Hackin Fest. So what kind of upcoming initiatives, Deb, are you and Jason? Because you guys, by the way, just fun fact, I don't know, Chad probably knows this, but I told people that you were going to be my guest, and I said Deb, and they're like, so Jason will be there? And apparently you guys are
Yes.
twinsies, right?
Yeah.
So I guess what initiatives are the two of you working on or coming up that people could
I
look
mean,
forward
I'm
to?
gonna give this back to Jason because I don't know what's secret and what I should say and what I shouldn't say. So
That's a good point.
Yeah.
What I will say is the 50 cons that we're planning to attend, sponsor, and support next year. So that's probably the big thing that, since conferences, because of the pandemic, and it still is a thing, it's just transitioning into a new thing. So we're looking at the cons that we're going to support next year, and we want to be where you are, because for like the pandemic, we talked at people, and I am tired of talking at people, and I know we're doing it right now. But what I really love is talking with people, and so we've been getting a chance. Like one of the we got to meet like Timmy. So just digress. He's been a part of the community, part of the trainings that we've been doing, and you see, like here, you start to see the names show up, right? And you start to see the names show up, and they keep coming back, and they keep coming back. And this was one of the people who just kept coming back, and we got to meet him like right before this. And like I almost teared up. Like it's like we've talked at you, and now we get to talk with you.
2 years. We've been talking to him for 2 years, and he's showed up to pretty much every Pay What You Can training. And to have him be like right in front of us and like meet him for the first time actually in person, like there's no words for that. So that's what we're gonna do next year, is go to all of the conferences to meet you guys.
That is the initiative.
That's a really great initiative to kind of like so many people in chat, and you've seen it on Twitter, are suffering from FOMO of not being able to get out here to Wild West Hackin Fest, and for various reasons. It's not because they can't. Sometimes it's financial, sometimes it's schedule, whatever it is. So it really is a nice way to address that gap by going to the streets and taking it to the people versus the other way around. I do appreciate that. So guys, I don't know the level. Obviously, you guys are heavily involved with the conference and stuff. What kind of snafus or shenanigans or any kind of funny stories of oopsies with the Wild West Hackin Fest this year that you could share?
Oopsies.
I feel like it's all oopsies. I mean, we pivot really well, you know, so.
Yeah. So you can plan. The best plan is to plan to pivot. So whenever something does happen, like immediately, like 3 or 4 volunteers jump in to fix it. Immediately, someone else is like, I got that covered, because you can't plan for everything. So like the very first morning we were here, it started to snow, and it was like snowing, and I was like, it wasn't supposed to snow. And so we hopped into the vans that we rented, and we just started driving around, picking up people on the road, and like, hey, do you need a ride to class? So I started it that way. So I was like, hey, you heading to class? Because that sounds right. That doesn't sound like.
Hey, you want to ride?
Yeah, hey, want to ride's different.
You want some candy?
Yeah, I didn't offer any candy. So we just hopped in the cars and started driving people to their classes because it was snowing. That was unexpected. And so that's all it is. Like, you just jump in, you do what you gotta get done. So.
Well, it really does seem like a smooth con, a smooth operation. I also appreciate one of the other things that they did. Again, I guess sucking at capitalism. From the airport, it's an hour drive, so they rented buses to do it, and it was supposed to be every hour. Now, my flight lands at 1:07 p.m., and the bus leaves at 1:30, so I'm if you guys know me well enough, you know that I start panicking because I need structure and organization. So I'm like, get me off this plane. I need to, and I checked a bag. So I'm like, what's that going to take here? So I come, frantically down, trying to be cool, frantically down to baggage claim.
I'm sorry, that was you trying to be cool?
Yeah. Well, Deb was the first one to see me, so that's me at my coolest. So. It's only up from here. So, but anyways, the bus did not leave without me. It was very chill. And then on top of that, it was every hour, but Black Hills had actually thought, like, hey, you know what? We might get a swell of activity. Let's just rent 2 buses and run them every 30 minutes. So, the bus I was on probably could have sat 75 people. There was probably 12 on it. So it wasn't about the way the airlines do it nowadays, where it's like, we're going to fill every seat and then bounce 6 people.
Yeah.
It was much more like, we just want to make sure the conference goers get to the conference and not really sweat the details.
Yeah, we realize that you're coming to South Dakota. You're landing at Rapid City, South Dakota, and there's like 3 or 4 terminals.
One runway.
Yeah, there's one runway.
Yeah.
And we realized that you're like, well, if you GPS once you get off the plane, like, well, where's the con? Oh, an hour.
Yeah.
There's no Uber.
Yeah, there is no Uber. We did DoorDash yesterday to get some food because Uber Eats was like, nah,
bro.
nah. So we understand that like you're landing here, you're coming here, you're trusting us with your time, and so we want to meet you at the airport. And you had a really good perspective on it. Do you want to talk about?
So you don't get to like come off the airplane and see people that like welcome you anymore. So we got to be the people that were like, hey, thanks for coming. Like, we're so happy you're here. Like, that's not a thing that you get to experience anymore. And especially, and this isn't to deter anyone, but the winds were pretty strong yesterday. So the flights were a little turbulent coming in. So people's nerves were a little bit, raw. So we got to be the kind face and like calm you down and here's some snacks and watch Back to the Future. And the bus is not going to leave without you. Nope. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I do want to wrap up by saying, I don't want to wrap up. You wrap up.
That's fine. It's not your show.
It's not mine.
Good night, everybody. He hits any screen.
The Wild West Hackin Fest team of Velda, Laura, the volunteers, like they've been working for months and months and months and months to put this together. We, part of Black Hills, we get a chance to see it happen and we get to participate a little bit. We got to volunteer for Airport Con, but the Wild West Hackin Fest team has just done a phenomenal job, and they do it so well here in Deadwood. So if you do get a chance to join us in the future, we'd love to talk with you instead of talk at you. And if you want to make it out to Deadwood, we'll take care of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Any final thoughts, Deb?
Yeah, thank you. No, actually, I don't have any final thoughts. Just thank you, Gerry. I've never been a guest. I've always just been a host. So thank you for asking. This is fun.
Yeah, my pleasure. It's you guys are great people, and I'm glad to do things with you. All right, guys, I want to just thank you all. We're doing a quick little short session today. If you do have an opportunity to come to Wild West Hackin Fest next year, I know it's a year away, but never too early to start planning, especially if you like structure and organization. I can't endorse this conference enough. I think it's just fantastic, and all the things about DEF CON that have led me to not go to DEF CON next year or probably ever again, all of those negatives are not here. Like it's literally like everything that frustrates me about DEF CON, it's just not present at this conference. And everything I like about DEF CON, everything I like about security conferences in general are present here and like so much more. Like it's beyond just the expectations. So it's a really fantastic conference. I can't encourage it enough. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you, Deb and Jason, for joining us. I genuinely appreciate it. And shout out to John Strand for gate crashing there.
Yeah, and I will get footage of you riding the bull tonight.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Justin Gold. Very much appreciate that. Yeah. If you guys are here in Deadwood with us, I know a couple of you, Tom Pike, Kimberly, and you want to go out tomorrow night for dinner, I'm trying to organize, at least get the heads right, to go get a steak dinner tomorrow night at either Mavericks or Legends, whatever. We probably got like 8 or 9 people right now. So kind of a, just a social hangout if you're looking to grab dinner with some new friends or old friends, and just reach out to me on the Discord server. That's going to do it for today, unless you absolutely have anything else,
Nope.
Jason?
Nope.
Nope. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on, I've got to get I have like...
Do it.
I'm doing
Kill
it.
it with fire.
Do it.
I'm doing it. It's tough when I don't have my things here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this
I
is...
believe in you. You got this.
Hold on, I really want to do this the right way.
Okay.
Stand by. Bye, everybody.
Bye.